Now at 4, after last night's strong storms, a new pattern has emerged. And look at the blue sky that's in place, but will it stick around through the weekend? I'll have a look at the forecast.
What defines a family? A proclamation from the governor coinciding with Pride Month is drawing criticism from one of the area's largest churches. We're hearing from a local couple who took their fight to be a family all the way to court.
And we're doing well, but there is room for improvement. An update on Indy's goal to prevent traffic-related deaths.
We start with this right here, assessing the damage. All day long, we've been getting a better look at what last night's severe storms did to parts of Indiana. This here is the Greenwood Bible Baptist Church. As you can see, the roof was ripped off from those high winds.
And Greenwood is not alone. Cleanup is underway across the northwest part of the state as well, after at least 2 confirmed tornadoes. Today, the National Weather Service went out to survey teams. The survey teams went out to assess the damage, and the storms last night are responsible for damaging homes, uprooting trees, and widespread power outages across the Midwest region. Good afternoon. I'm Felicia Lawrence.
And I'm Dustin Grove. Great to have you with us at 4 o'clock on this Friday. So damaging winds here, tornadoes in other parts of the region. And take a look at this. A tornado spotted in Livingston County, Illinois yesterday. That's just east of Peoria. It left a trail of destruction behind. Numerous homes were destroyed. Some people were actually trapped in the rubble and had to be rescued. NBC's Maggie Vespa shows us.
Hey there, by the light of day here in Streator, you can see the damage is absolutely breathtaking. This home obviously completely destroyed, and neighbors tell us this is the home where they say a couple overnight was rescued from that rubble, trapped in that basement after the tornado hit. And then you look just past it, it's not just this home. Home after home just left in pieces here. This entire area in this small city of Streator was completely ravaged by this twister. One man, we have video of the man being pulled from this home, from the rubble, spotted first by a photojournalist before eventually being rescued by police officers. It was an insane night here. No reports of any serious injuries at this moment, but of course, damage and assessments are still coming in. Meanwhile, back in Chicago at Midway Airport, both passengers and air traffic controllers rushed to safety as well as these severe storms rolled in. The wild weather causing thousands of flight delays and cancellations across the country. And these storms were widespread. We also saw damaging hail in Iowa and blinding rain from Wisconsin up through Pittsburgh. Also, we have record heat, as if that's not enough, hitting up and down the East Coast, even triple digits in the Carolinas. It has been, to bring it back to the Midwest here, an exhausting week of severe weather. But what roared through overnight with this massive twister hitting here was obviously particularly devastating. By the light of day, you can just get an idea of what the cleanup is going to be like here, guys. Obviously, a long and beyond difficult road ahead. I'll send it back to you.
All right, thank you. Maggie Vespa reporting for us in Illinois. Meanwhile, a live look outside. Boy, what a difference today. Feeling much more comfortable, lots of sunshine.
Yeah, Rob's here. He, of course, tracked last night as well as today. And are we out of the woods yet?
I think as far as the severe storm threat from this past system, it's out of here, and you see the new air mass. By the way, some new information that just came in. National Weather Service did go out to the Kirkland area. They did go out to the Muncie area. They have said that that is not tornado damage. That's what they see so far. There may still be some other surveys, but for now they're thinking that locally that was not tornado damage. However, National Weather Service office in Chicago did say Porter and LaPorte County, both counties, had EF3 damage, and we are still waiting on some information from Cass County. They have not yet or may not be able to get a survey team out to Cass County from the Northern Indiana office to survey that. Sometimes these surveys take several days, especially when you have widespread damage like we did from yesterday. That system has now all moved east. Things are quiet now. Drier air has moved in. This is a new pattern. Upper 70s currently. I will probably pop up into the 80s briefly, depending on where you are. In fact, there are some 80s showing up on the board here. Heat index, it's still not much of an issue because we have this northwest wind, and to our north and west is drier air, and that's what continues to filter in. These numbers have been dropping all day. Any of the higher humidity has really been pushed a little farther to the south and east. What does that mean for you? It means your evening is going to feel fantastic. It already feels great outside, but as the temperatures come out of the 80s, they'll be through the 70s. This will be a very comfortable evening, and the drier air also also means we'll be able to cool down a bit more during the overnight. Clear, 61 for the overnight. That's a very, very nice part of the forecast. The Pride Parade's tomorrow looks fantastic. Humidity will be on the lower side. We will start out in the 70s. Start a parade is 10 a.m. and probably getting into the 80s by the afternoon. Wear the sunscreen because you are definitely going to need it because we are expecting sunshine.
All right, thank you, Rob. And Rob just mentioned it. Thousands will be coming downtown this weekend for Indy Pride, one of the state's largest celebrations of the LGBTQ+ community. June has been officially recognized as Pride Month at the federal level for a while now, since 1999, when President Bill Clinton issued the first presidential proclamation. This year here in Indiana, the governor also issued a proclamation of his own, declaring June Nuclear Family Month, and defined that as one husband, one wife, and children either biological, adopted, or fostered.
But that proclamation has received pushback from some Hoosiers and one religious denomination. 13 News reporter Emily Longnecker has that story.
Yeah, rainbow flags already up along Mass Ave as final preparations are underway to get ready for Indy Pride this weekend. You know, some Hoosiers say that this year's celebration is about more than community and visibility. For them, it is becoming part of a political and cultural debate about who's recognized as a family in Indiana.
School's out and summer's here. For Jackie and Lisa Phillips Stackman, that means juggling work while raising their 11-year-old daughter Lola.
It's just, you know, love and chaos all the time, kind of just defines our lives.
This isn't the first time the couples talked to 13 News. They were part of a lawsuit when Lola was born, suing the state so both of their names could appear on her birth certificate. After years of fighting and appeals, they won.
Very grateful that we came out on the right end of that one.
And while the couple's still thankful for that victory, they say a proclamation issued by the governor recently declaring June Nuclear Family Month has done nothing to make them feel more welcome.
Honestly, and I think it was just a really short-sighted thing to do. Pride Month, this isn't about saying one type of family is better than another. It's about recognizing that families come in all forms.
Governor Braun's proclamation declaring June Nuclear Family Month in Indiana defined family as a husband, wife, and children, either biological, adopted, or foster. This week, the Indiana Conference of the United Methodist Church came out against the governor's proclamation. St. Luke's United Methodist Church in Indianapolis posted this video on its Facebook page.
Traditional families, as well as those with two moms, two dads, or other combinations of family and friends, are all families the church acknowledges.
Last week, Governor Braun was asked about his proclamation and if it risked alienating some Hoosiers.
And this isn't about any other statement other than the nuclear family is important. You're going to have others that might say otherwise, but that's not the case.
The Phillips Stackmans aren't buying it.
They're going to defend whatever they said as much as they can to justify it. But it's nice to see that there was so much pushback from all kinds of families, all kinds of people.
So proclamation or not, for Lisa and Jackie Phillips Stackman and their daughter Lola, life goes on.
We have a family to raise. We've got family to support, and we have lots of people to love, and that's where we're going to choose to focus our energy for sure.
In Indianapolis, Emily Longnecker, 13 News.
Thanks, Emily. And Indy Pride weekend is here. So if you're coming to the parade or just coming downtown, there are multiple street closures that you need to be aware of. They begin tomorrow at 5 a.m. So just head to our website, WTHR.com. We put all those details there for you.
Definitely don't want to get caught by surprise downtown if you're not expecting it. Yeah. All right. Other news this afternoon, new numbers out today show when it comes to deadly crashes, Indianapolis is trending in a safer direction, but we've still got a long way to go. The city's Vision Zero task force says there were fewer deadly crashes last year, down 16% from 2024, and down 30% over 5 years, and serious injury crashes are down almost 70%. But it's still a problem. Look at this. In the first 3 months of this year, 18 people were killed and 141 seriously hurt in crashes across the city. So you'll soon be seeing a familiar face on your screen to remind you to drive safely. Check it out.
I'm IndyCar driver Alex Palou. On the track or in a neighborhood, road safety is a shared responsibility.
Yeah, that's four-time IndyCar Series champion and Indy 500 winner Alex Palou. It's part of a public service campaign the city just launched, teaming up with IndyCar drivers to promote safe driving. Vision Zero, in case you're unfamiliar, is a citywide initiative to try and eliminate all traffic-related fatalities and serious injuries by the year 2035. Vision Zero launched, I believe it was last year, and this is an organization or a program, an initiative that's going on in a lot of cities. Columbus, Ohio has been doing this for a while. Cities on the East Coast trying to cut down on specifically bicyclist and pedestrian deaths.
Yeah, well, when you say 18, when you look at the numbers, that's high.
Yeah,
That's,
I mean, it's down.
One is too high.
It's trending in the right direction, but yeah, one is too many, which is why they want to eliminate it completely.
Well, and I love that they're lending their platform there.
Yeah.
They need us to slow down, but not them.
That's right.
We want you
on
guys
the track.
to go
there
fast.
you go.
On the track.
More to come. Hey, Brandon.
The break teaching young Hoosiers to cook and give back to their community.
And I mentioned that the Pride Parade forecast looks pretty good. The morning, lots of sunshine, temperatures climbing, though. We're back into the 80s. That's not to say the weekend is without rain showers. I'll show you coming up.